parties. Just tell us a little bit about what sort of goes into making one of these happen, from sort of breaking into the warehouse to securing the warehouse to setting up, and just briefly
run us through
what it would take from Friday night.
Sure. I mean, not necessarily on a Friday, but obviously, the parties were completely illegal.
Yes.
Yeah. There was no one that were willing to rent us warehouses or any kind of space for us to put these types of parties on.
Yeah.
It just also happened that a lot of the factories had been closed down in East London by Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
And a lot of the warehouses were repossessed.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of repossessed factories, with a lot of dying dreams, that just existing on these industrial estates. And so for us, we thought, well, this is what we'll have to do. We'll have to use warehouses. We were loving the whole experience of seeing everybody in one space at one time. And we're in a warehouse, so there's no rules. No one cared if you spilt drink on the floor. No one really cared. No one really cares if you pissed up against the wall, or anything like that. It felt free and uncensored. And so we sort these buildings out. And so what we'll do is we'll basically drive around. First, we'll plot whereabouts do we want the event, because it was also important that you planned all your routes in. Because we planned everything. Nothing was left to chance. It was important that we got people to the venue. So we had to have a map in our heads of what the surrounding area looked like.
Yeah.
So in the event that we had to send people all around, we're sending them to the right place.
Yeah.
So we're basically looking for buildings that were up to let. We've never broke into derelict buildings.
Yeah.
We wasn't interested in going
it had to
into
be an half decent thing.
It had
to start
be,
with.
it had to be a decent building, full stop. That's it, because we wasn't doing parties out of a desperation for money, or that we just didn't care. How we did it. It wasn't like that at all. We were staging events as if we were doing it legally.
I know your production values at Genesis were always legendary. You spent a lot of money on a party.
We did, and we really put thought into it. So it wasn't just a matter of slam bang, and it's done, slam done.
Money and go
Do you know what I mean?
A
lot of thought went into it. We'd drive around industrial estates looking for warehouses that had to let signs up.
Yes.
And then if we saw something we like, I mean, we normally went for 100,000 squeak.
That's a big measurement. 100,000 squeaks?
We normally go for 100,000 foot warehouse.
100,000 square foot warehouse. Yeah.
One of those. We normally went for those type of
I'll have one of those, mate.
And then once we found a building, we just find a way of trying to look through the window or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing was, this was all about not getting caught. Yeah. I mean, this is paramount. It's do not get caught.
Yes.
Do not get discovered. The police cannot find a venue. No one can know where it is under any circumstances at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the really important thing. So once you found a building that you felt was suitable, we didn't break in there straight away, because obviously that would have give us up.
Yeah.
It would have given the game away. So we'd turn up on the day, like the party start at 9. We'd turn up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and just basically break into the building. I mean, that's how
go from
how
scratch,
we do it.
bang.
From scratch. We're on the same day, and we got to a stage where we could really clean up a warehouse and redecorate it in a really quick time.
We
become wizards.
like a slick team.
I mean, we were just like wizards. Like that makeover team you see on TV. They had nothing on us, mate.
88 Genesis makeovers.
Whereas makeover, we can do it together.
So you'd lock it off, lock it down.
The
night, get your system and lights in and stuff.
Yeah, we get our system and lights in, and decorate the venue until we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Always, although the meeting points are at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock there was always, hundreds or thousands of people.
Yeah, and these were the old M25 meeting points.
Well, originally they were in London. See, before we got to that stage, the reason why it got to the stage where we had to use the motorways was because the police had really kind of closed us down in London. Because it was quite easy to block all roads to our venues, our chosen venues. That was easy for them to do. They just blocked 4 roads and that's it. It's over. And no one at that time was willing to break through police lines, because we were all very, much under the thumb at that time. We completely were told. Completely did what we were told at all times, and we never, ever, ever.
This was like the breaking
questioned
free
authority.
time, wasn't it? When everyone broke free,
this was a breaking free from the system. It was that release.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a release of the ego was the biggest thing, but I'm sure we get to that.
Yes. Right, now, one party, two party, bit of a bigger venue, I'm guessing, the Lee Valley one.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny because you had one on the 10th of December, one on the Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that was...
And anyone would think, right, that'll do for that year.
Yeah.
Let's crack on with it next year. But, no. You had one on the 30th, then one on the 31st as well over in Clapton. So you was getting a taste, you know, the taste as you was getting good here. And I'm sure, like, by then a bit of money had started to roll in. You started to see, you know...
they were very successful. Those parties were jammed out. They were packed out.
Yeah.
You know, so we had a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And we were just carrying on the atmosphere and the vibe. It was like, hey, it's Christmas. We all love each other.
We don't want to go home.
Yeah, man.
Let's find another warehouse.
Dude. Well, no, that was all in the same warehouse. That was.
The 30th and the 31st?
Yeah. That was all in the same warehouse.
Wicked.
And then we met Tony from Sunrise.
Yes.
You know, that was before
another
New
legend
Year's
in the game.
Yeah, Tony had Sunrise did the party in Greenwich.
Yeah.
Which was the biggest party to date, you know, so he had the reputation and he had the know-how and he definitely had the crowd. So when he come to see us, he came down the warehouse and said, like, you know, can I do a party with you? We were like, no, mate, because we're going to be all right, because we felt that we had a legal building. Yeah. So we felt we were going to be all right. So at first we were like, no, you know, but then we're like, okay. It was like, look, I'll bring my whole crowd and 50-50 all the way. So we're like, okay.
You ended up doing a series of parties together, Tony, and the Sunrise guys, wasn't it?
I did about 7 parties with Sunrise.
Yeah,
they were great parties. They were, you know, we worked really well with Sunrise. Yeah. You know, we made a good team, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to literally go out and give it to chiefs of police. I mean, you know, we would stand there and properly front them out, you know?
Now, it's funny because...
Completely illegal buildings, you know? We broke in there earlier on and we're standing in front of a chief of police saying, listen, dude, we've been in this building 2 weeks. Here's my lease. Here's all my contracts.
Wayne, it says here, look, tell us a bit more about how you used to blag the authorities when they would turn. I'm going to get you up for part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So, okay, now, if you had to, look, when you look back at it now, the 89 era, when Genesis, you know, you was running parties near enough every week through that whole year.
We were the only organisation to do a legal party every Saturday for 6 months. No one else was doing that.
What really sticks out in your mind as defining sort of picture in your a legal one, Wayne? Because I know what you're like. Don't get me to sack here, because I can imagine there's about 100 birds floating.
I've been really careful with what I've been saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you think back, what I mean, a tune, is there a tune or just a picture in your mind that sort of sums up that period for you?
It's hard. It's so difficult for me.
I suppose
because I had so many moments, you know. Like, I remember one time when all the electricity went. Yeah. You know, the electricity went, and I had like 6,000, 7,000 people in the building. Yeah. And everyone lit their lighters. Wicked. And they were just screaming, I see. Yeah. I see. That makes, and it starts really low, and then it just gets really loud, and then you had the whole building with just doing I see. It. Yeah. I see. Because when you had to say it in a certain way. Yeah. And that's how you had to say it. Yeah. I see. Yeah. So you had 7,000 people all doing that. So there's been times like that. And obviously a lot of my confrontations with the police stood out to me. You know, I mean, I remember one. I'll tell you one really quick one, right? I remember I had something wrong with one of my cars, yeah? And I stopped at my mum's house on the way to a really big party we did in Ferry Lane, yeah? And my mum at the time had one of those 126s, you know, the Fiat 126s? Yeah, I remember them. Those silly little cars, And it was an old one. It wasn't a new one or anything, yeah? So I was trying to phone a cab at the house, and there was no cabs. So I just Mum said, take my car, you know? Little car. So I took the Fiat 126, you know, this battered little black car, went to the venue. Yeah. The police came. I told him that we were doing a documentary for Channel 4. Yes. Yeah? And so he was looking at me in a bit of a disbelieving way. And so in the end, he said, come outside, I want to talk to you. Because at this time, I've got all my security with me and everything. Yeah. So he says, I want to talk to you on your own. Come outside. And all the security was saying, no, he's not going anywhere. And he's like, no, I'm not going to arrest him. But I just want to have a chat with him. Anyway, he took me outside and he said to me, look, I know how much money you're earning from these types of parties. You're earning a lot of money. And I said, no, I'm not. We're doing a film for Channel 4. He said, where's your car? Now, if it was any other day, it would have been all right. It would have been a proper car, you know what I mean? But today, it was like a Fiat 126. I said, do you want to see my car? He said, yeah, I want to see your car. So I said, there's my car. And I pointed to this Fiat 126, and he laughed. He said, that's not your car. And I walked over and I opened it. I said, there you go. So he said, okay, how many people are you going to have are you expecting? I said, we're only expecting about 300 people. He said, okay, I'm coming back at 1 o'clock. If you've got more than 300 people here, I'm stopping the party.
Yeah.
Well, an hour later, we had like 6,000, you know? And they came. They did come. They tried to stop it then as well.
You can't stop that.
Couldn't stop it. They all came in full riot gear, you know?
Yeah.
And they went up to the DJs, where the DJ stand was. At this time, by this point, I had girls that I just met.
Yeah.
And they were wearing dungarees and baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Just baggy clothes and dungarees full of money, full of cash.
All full, yeah.
And I didn't even know the girl. I was like, you, come here, quick. Can I put all this money down in knickers?
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, so we had some mad times. So it would be hard for me to say one moment.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that the best moments were the empathy of the thousands of people. You know, I had fantastic moments on motorways.
Yeah.
Driving to the venue.
Yeah.
I mean, we were lucky because
we always... part of it was that.
Yeah, I mean, we were lucky. We always knew the promoters, so we always had the address.
Yeah.
So we knew we was getting there. But for a lot of the folks out there, they didn't know if they were getting there or not.
It could be a 10-minute drive or a 10-hour drive.
Yeah, and even at the end of 10 hours, you still don't know if you're getting to the party. You had to be in the right convoy. Yeah. If you wasn't in the right convoy, you know, you could go to another part of the world.
Yes. Right. Keep moving on again, blimey.
And what about one time?
Last one, Wayne.
When we went to Energy, the police had blocked all the routes to get to the warehouse,
Yeah.
So everyone started parking on the motorway.
Yeah.
It was an A road.
Wow.
Yeah? So they all started parking on the A road, and I remember at some point during the night, this over the PA system was, if you have a car that was parked out on the motorway, they're out there towing all the cars away.
Yeah.
So I remember, just because my car was safe, but I just wanted to venture out there and see what was happening, you know? And there was about 30 or 40 tow trucks just towing all the trucks away. You know, there was another time when there was a roadblock on it was an M1 or something like that. Yeah. And we've driven down, we were in a convoy, I don't know, there's like 300-400 cars in the convoy, and the police had completely blocked the road, you know? And I was right near the front. So what we did was we just drove up really slow. No, we just drove up really slow and just stopped right in front of their cars.
Yeah.
And we just all got out of our vehicles, shut the doors, and locked our cars.
Just get walking.
And just walked off, you know, like walked a few cars back. And so straight away the police were like, no, okay, get back in your cars, please. And we were just like, M party, M party, M party. You know, people standing on their cars and things like that. Because that's how important it was to us.
Yeah.
This was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing that happened to us.
Yeah.
And we wasn't going to let anybody stop us from getting there.
Yes.
Nobody. And even if you said that we're wrong, we disagree with you.
Yeah. All right. So now, not only did you have the authorities making things hard, obviously when, like anything in life, when there's a few quid involved and it's illegal, the game...